I'm Miriam Agush and I'm going to teach today the tapping technique. You know that a stress thought creates 1,200 chemical reactions in the body. These chemical reactions generate hormones that act in the body, causing physical sensations. It increases blood pressure, causes flight or fight reaction, and paralyzes. In the long term, these reactions can cause physical problems such as ulcers, migraines, and even some serious illness. In Chinese medicine, we know meridians as energy channels. And 7,000 years of Chinese medicine has made us understand the relationship of emotions, physical pain, and meridians. Tapping, which I will explain today, is a psychological version of acupuncture, and it was developed by Gary Gregg. The original version is called EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. But in this video, I will show my adaptation of EFT, created with 15 years of practice, and therefore, I only name it with the general term of tapping. Tapping can dissolve anything: physical pain, trauma, a phobia, an emotional wound, a mental block, and even addiction. But any situation is composed of at least 4 aspects that must be taken into account. And the first aspect is a physical sensation. This in pain is very clear, so the physical sensation must be precisely located and described for yourself. Like I have a headache that feels like it's a knife point in my temple, or I have a stomach burning sensation. For example, in the case of a conflict, the sensation may be a paralysis or a slap in the face, or I feel like a stab in my back. And the second aspect is the emotion that is associated with physical sensation. It can be powerlessness, sadness, anger, and others. The third aspect is the inner image. Is that the image or film that you keep moving and rolling in your head and you can't stop thinking? The fourth aspect is the limited thoughts you have about yourself, like I feel I am weak, I can do it, I'm not loved. So let's make a list of these aspects. And please take one after one. Physical sensations can be an emotion, a limited thought, or an inner image. And give an intensity from 0 to 10. 0 is nothing, and 10 is the maximum sensation, or the maximum clarity of the image. And create an initial sentence that describes what you're assessing. Be as specific as possible. And put also forgiveness in the sentence, because there is no healing without self-forgiveness. For example, you can say, even though I have this pain in my right temple as a knife point and intensity of 8, I deeply and completely accept and forgive myself. Or, even though I have this image inside of me, I deeply and completely accept and forgive myself. Or, even if I think this about myself, I accept and forgive myself deeply and completely. And now do this sequence. So on the outside of the hand at the character point, no matter which side, beat it while saying, even have this pain in the right side of my temple as a knife point at an intensity of 8, I deeply and completely accept and forgive myself. Even though I have this pain in the right temple as a knife point at intensity 8, I deeply and completely accept and forgive myself. And even have this pain in the right temple as a knife point intensity of 8, I deeply and completely accept and forgive myself. And now create a reminder phrase. It can be pain in the right temple. Now do the sequence. No matter which side, which hand, you can start with one side and finish in the other side, and it doesn't matter. So do on the outside of the eyebrow and say pain on the right temple. And inside of the eyebrow, pain on the right temple. Under the eye, pain in the right temple. You can do both under the nose, under the mouth at the same time, and pain in the right temple. And the top of the collarbone, you say pain in the right temple. And now make a turn in your fist, and while you're taking the meridians from your hands, you can take a deep breath. Practice what we call the constrictive breathing that was proved to reduce the stress, and then as you exhale, you say peace, And as you say peace, you are commanding your brain to tune with it. So don't think for a second and giving your brain time to reset itself. Now, look at the pain again and see if anything has changed. Look at the image and see if it has changed or has become more challenging to focus. Or the limiting thought seems less accurate. And the pain changes, if the pain changes place, which occurs very often, restore the process by analyzing, doing the 3 repetitions again, here in the hand. If she stays in the same place but it changes intensity, do the little bits and taps by saying this rest. In the outside eyebrow, say this rest. Under the eye, this rest. Under the nose, under the mouth, you say this rest. And on the collarbone, you say this rest. Now make a turn on the fist. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, you say peace. And don't think for a second, giving your brain time to reset itself. And now look at the pain again and see if anything has changed. Give it another intensity. And keep doing this sequence and saying this rest and this rest until you look at the situation, the pain, the image, and they are gone. Try tapping on everything. It's like magic. I'd use this to improve self-esteem, active intuitions, or unlock language learning. I can speak 6 and I'm learning 7. And also in the absolute method of stop smoking. Want to know more about tapping? So download the tapping manual for free on my website, www.meiriamaguchi.com. Want to be the best version of yourself? So don't miss the next video. See you there.